Scholars and Dragons is a mature college-age podcast. Please check the episode description for content warnings. Listener discretion is advised.
Is he gonna get fired?
Everyone in the department is talking about
it's just a college kid. Like, he killed him.
I heard he did it with his hands. Why don't you get
I don't know. I think it's good that he protects the secrets of this place.
I think it was a bit much. It was a bit much.
I think it was really good.
Has he done it before?
I don't know if I agree with that. It's kind of wrong.
Overreaction.
He stopped the intruder, though.
I think that's really fucked
Oh my
up.
gosh, he's just a kid.
Anything to protect the secrets of AAR.
Someone that young.
Good morning, Agent Woods.
Good morning.
Before you sit down, Director Trudeau wishes to speak with you in his office.
All right.
You can head straight in. He's expecting you.
Director?
Benny, how are you this morning?
Sir, with all due respect, please don't beat around the bush.
You always were straight to business. I should have known. Well, yesterday gave me something I haven't had in my 27 years as a government agent. In all those years, I've worked exclusively in top secret departments. We guard our work from international espionage. We're ready at a moment's notice for Russian spies to drop in, damn commies. But we never even thought about a college student from right at our front door.
Please, Director, spare the theatrics. If you're going to fire me for killing a college kid, just fire me.
Fire you? Benny, I want to promote you.
Sir?
The kid was named Aaron Sisyphus, and he was a threat we never knew we had. He managed to chain together enough public-facing evidence to find out that Scholars University is just a front for this facility. Then he managed to get his hands on technology good enough to impersonate you and get past our automated security. Perhaps the most concerning fact of it all was how Aaron was grasping onto a memory of one of Fabian's test subjects and was even trying to find Fabian himself. The good news for you, Agent Woods, is that Aaron Sisyphus was the only person who had put all of this together.
And that means?
That means, Benny, that you just did the United States government a huge favor, and I owe you for it.
Begin audio log. This is a classified recording. Top secret eyes only. Unauthorized access is a federal offense. This is property of the United States Department of Defense and the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office. Recording officer is
Agent Benjamin K. Woods.
Recording subject is
Human-alien relations. Legal status ruling of Octavius Hugo Fabian as an American citizen.
Additional information is
The following audio log is part of an ongoing investigation into Project Woodpecker, Project Black Box, and Operation Looking Glass. Okay. All right, gentlemen, the tape is now rolling. Please state your names for the record. My name is Octavius Hugo Fabian.
My name is Brent Ayres.
Thank you. Brent, would you mind stating the reason for your visit today?
I am the lawyer placed in charge of the legal status ruling of Octavius Hugo Fabian on behalf of the United States federal government. I'm here to ask a variety of questions to assess how Fabian has cooperated with the Department of Defense and make the final ruling on his status as an American citizen.
All right, thank you. Now that the formalities are out of the way, Brent, you are all good to proceed.
Wonderful. Thank you, Agent Woods. We're going to consider Fabian's actions chronologically to keep clarity for the record. For the first topic, Fabian, do you have any knowledge of when you first arrived in the United States?
Yeah, it's fuzzy. I remember coming to the North American continent prior to the United States being formed. I was with a group of colonizers, but I was only there to trace cognitivium displacement vortexes, not for colonization. It was an expedition led by a man named John White. Yes, John White. I think it was the 1580s. We were at the Roanoke colony in North Carolina.
Roanoke colony? Like the missing one? Were you?
No. I was not involved with their disappearance. I had found lingering traces of cognitivium energy around the Roanoke Island, but I couldn't instigate a vortex opening. I went back to England with John White and moved on with my life.
Okay. And for the first time you remember stepping foot in North America once the United States was founded?
Well, I spent a long time all around the world after that. I think it was sometime in the early 20th century, perhaps around the 1920s.
And what led you to the United States at that time?
I don't quite remember. I'd made some new breakthrough in my technology, and I needed a test subject. I needed someone to test on that the entire world knew, because if my theories on the Forgotten Realms were true, if my test succeeded, then even their unparalleled fame wouldn't protect them from the memory magic of the other world.
Okay. Moving on then. According to classified documents, Fabian had first been flagged as an anomalous humanoid in 1972. Is this correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Agent Woods, please clarify the anomalous tag applied to Fabian at that time.
Okay, no, keep going. Okay, here it is. When the predecessor office to AARO created their first case file for Fabian, they tagged him with, quote, unnatural aging, superhuman intelligence, and inconsistent memory due to paranormal factors, end quote. The majority of the government monitoring was centered on his intelligence and possible medical uses derived from his unnaturally slow aging.
Okay. Now we need to move on to Fabian's detainment. Agent Woods, can you please state for the record why AARO has detained Fabian at Scholars University on November 14th, 2023?
Yes, I can. In the weeks leading up to Fabian's detainment, we found increasingly suspicious activity related to his paranormal status. We had legally searched his laboratory and found staggering scientific research related to parallel dimension, and a type of science that we can honestly only describe as magic. Then on October 31st, 2023, Fabian had breached this facility and purloined a classified artifact. At the time, we did not know the identity of the intruder due to his use of advanced sciences. It was on November 14th that we had begun picking up on strange energy readings and dispatched a team to the site, where Fabian had undergone another test on college students using the classified artifact in his underground laboratory at the university.
All right. Now tell me this, Agent Woods. If he trespassed on federal property, stole a classified artifact, and illegally tested on human subjects, why on earth would you want to grant him U.S. citizenship? I'm inclined to suggest imprisonment for his actions, not reward them.
You're not seeing the whole picture here.
Doctor, please let me explain.
No, fine.
Although Dr. Fabian committed multiple felonies, he had not harmed anyone. In fact, we have reason to believe he may have even, in a sense, brought someone back from the dead.
Go on.
On July 23rd, 2024, we had another breach of this facility. Dr. Fabian had been in detainment for roughly 8 months at that point. He started virtually as a prisoner. Over time, he cooperated with me and other scientists to explain his advanced research. Then, on the day of the breach, I shot and killed the college student who broke into this facility. Excuse me. By that time, Fabian and I had developed a working relationship. It was unprofessional to call us friends, but by that point, I understood he was just a man trying to discover science for the greater good. When he heard the gunshot, he pleaded with me to let him run an experiment on the body. Tell him what you told me, Fabian.
Yes, okay. Well, my advanced forms of science involve more than our physical reality. You follow here. It involves the mental reality and even our souls. You see, it's more than the physical. It can be our mind, our soul. And I had hypothesized that I could use the void, the classified artifact to transmit the boy intruder's soul into the other dimension.
So, did you do it? Did you have a successful test?
Well, that is the question now, isn't it?
I don't follow.
I think what Dr. Fabian is trying to express is the very reason we have been attempting to grant him citizenship. I was there, Brent. I shot the college student myself. I saw his body on the operating table. But Brent, I cannot for the life of me remember his name. And according to all of the data that AARO has poured into the cognitive mechanics of not only a classified artifact, but the other dimension as well, it means that Fabian had run his experiment. But the magic of the other world is preventing us from remembering it. Brent, I can't even remember the kid's name. The problem for us is that Fabian is the only one smart enough to figure it out. He just never had the resources that the United States government can offer.
Oh, you want Dr. Fabian here to work for the federal government, but without a citizenship, he's not eligible for top secret clearance.
Exactly.
Well. This is certainly coming together. Fabian seems to have the intelligence necessary and has a record of cooperation. I just have one question left. I am not a typical lawyer. The feds have plenty of lawyers that they can call for granting classified citizenships to foreigners. So why me?
Well, he's not a typical foreigner, Fabian.
Brent, I am no foreign citizen because I am a citizen of no country. Because I am not a citizen of Earth at all. All these experiments, they're to contact my home. A home that I can't remember.
Good morning, Director Woods. I have your latte here for you.
Thank you. Any messages?
No messages, but you do have a call waiting for you. It's a senator.
Oh, shoot. Oh, I forgot he was calling early today. Thank you for the coffee. I'm gonna go take that.
Of course.
All right, put him through, please.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, Senator Williams.
Well, would you look at that? The new director finally squeezed me into his big boy schedule.
Apologies, Senator. I had not intended to miss this call. You know how this job can be. Lots of unnatural obstacles pop up.
It's fine, I'm only teasing. Now, can you tell me what's worth taking a break on the back nine of the best golf course on my side of the Atlantic? I've been sitting here for 5 minutes.
I can indeed, Senator Williams. Our friend Hugo has officially gotten himself U.S. citizenship.
Oh, shit, Woods. You can't just drop news like that on me while I'm taking a sip of world-class scotch. I just spat out a teacher's salary.
You wanted the news, there it is. I want you to know, Senator Williams, that this means AARO is holding up our end of the bargain.
Oh, sure you are. I'll start believing it when I start remembering the son I supposedly have. You kept telling me that I have a next of kin lost in some other dimension, but, Benjamin, you still haven't gotten me any proof. You know what? You still haven't even given me the confirmation that my spot in the Oval Office is secure. I paid $600 grand for more votes, and the polls aren't even moving.
Mr. Williams, you fully well know that I am putting my entire career on the line here. I'm putting hundreds of careers at AARO on the line here. I think you need to remember the full picture. You want the presidency. We want the president to give us the funding and authority to explore this new dimension. Unfortunately for both of us, because of your history, Senator, the only way you could feasibly call the White House your home is with our help. So take the good news. I'll call you when we have another update. Ugh, what a way to start the day.
Hello and welcome to Scholars and Dragons, a podcast about 5 college students thrust into an epic journey where they must discover themselves before they lose themselves. As you all know, I'm your host, Harrison Dean, and today I will be playing Agent Matthew Briggs, aka Agent Biggs, because he's the largest and in-chargest field operative in the nation.
Ooh. Did we just have a hostile takeover?
What are you talking about? I've been here the whole time.
I don't think I remember you the past 28 episodes.
No, I was there.
You were there.
I'm pretty sure he was. I was just sitting in the back.
I'm pretty sure he was, Stone.
Yeah, you don't remember Survey, too?
He's in Survey, too?
He is Survey.
Yeah, it's Mr. Survey.
Harrison
Survey.
Mr. Survey himself.
Hey, it's me. I'm back.
Welcome, everyone, to the show. Our first guest star. Harrison D.
Hey guys, I'm so excited to be here.
And he's another college student.
You might have heard about him in some of our stories. We might have talked about him, Nate and I, when we went to RTX. Did we ever talk about that?
Yeah, so like 90% of the time, whenever no more names I have to keep track of.
I've known you for like 7 years.
One more name.
You're like, I gotta keep track of his name.
You're really the needle that broke the camel's back, Harrison.
Yeah. 90% of the time, whenever I'm telling a story on this podcast where I'm like, Stone and I, or like Michael and I, and this other friend, we did this thing. That other friend is probably always Harrison.
Yeah, it pretty much is.
Probably always is a crazy
Harrison
statement.
also, he had a character based off him appear in Survey.
Wait, what?
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
You did?
Wait,
I
was
didn't
it?
know that.
You guys got to guess.
No, Michael, you're gonna tell us.
I'm almost scared to.
Socks.
No.
Bang.
You guys can guess why this is going on, and I'll tell you at the end
You're
once we
not-
do the
Okay,
outro.
Are we
yeah.
actually gonna tell us at the end?
Oh, blue balls
Okay,
us.
don't forget.
Okay, someone set a reminder.
2-hour timer labeled Michael needs to tell us about Survey Harrison.
2 hours.
We have 2 hours on the clock.
All right. So, for Agent Biggs's scholar for today, did you guys know that California has the most national parks in the country?
No.
It has
didn't know
9,
that.
I'm assuming
which
you
is
mean like
surpri-
per state.
Yeah, per
Okay.
state. It has only 9, which honestly, when you say like most national parks, I'd expect it to be more. But
Yeah.
it is. And Agent Biggs absolutely loves hiking. He's gone to pretty much every park in California. And he also loves, especially in like in Oregon, pretty much in Washington, all around the West Coast. He's a
spot.
big fan of hiking. They just help him de-stress from his job and also just remind him of home.
That's really nice.
Does he have like a little animal he goes hiking with?
Well, not like a specific animal he goes hiking with, but he likes making.
Oh, so he just picks up a random animal to go hiking.
Why does
so
he need
like,
an animal?
the animals are already there.
Do you steal any?
No, he doesn't.
Why would you
Keep
assume?
one as a souvenir.
No,
That's just so
you know what? You know what
mean.
they say: take only pictures, leave only footprints. I think Agent Biggs
Was
abides
Agent
by
Biggs
them.
a Boy Scout?
No,
He overheard it.
He
from
was a
someone.
man scout.
Oh,
exactly.
all right. My name is Stone Art, and I play Monk. Monk.
Wait. Oh, so are we doing the intros as
Yeah.
the?
Yeah,
Okay.
Why not? I'm
Okay.
not Brock the
Okay.
Rock.
That was your idea.
Monk is the leader of the gym that Roland and Johnny B are at, and he doesn't fight
at?
himself, but he is he's the gym leader, like in Pokemon. So
When have
you'd
you
have to
played
fight
Pokemon
Monk.
Stone?
But Monk's scholar is that when Monk was younger, he wasn't actually a monk.
Was he named Monk?
He was a funk.
Monk came later. Monk was born like any other child.
Was he born at a very young age?
He was also born at a very young age, but
That's how it works.
he went down a dark path.
just
What is going on?
This is me trying to come up with a fact on the
This
spot.
Monk's like comic book hero origin story.
Yes. So Monk went down a dark path. He was actually a part of a gang called the Funk. And it wasn't a criminal organization, but it was an organization of dance. And so Monk, instead of
He was
expressing...
in a dance gang.
He was in a dance gang. So before he was able to express himself with his fist, he first did it with his music. But he was like, that's too boring, so I'm going to open a gym. He never actually became a monk.
Did
That's
he
just
master dance fighting?
dance fighting. That's his secret move, but nobody knows because
It's a
that's
secret.
Because he's
only-
too ashamed to pull out the
This is a
beat,
crazy
the
scholar.
boom box and start again.
Dude, this is you.
Exactly.
I could physically see the wheels turning for Stone when this whole thing.
So that's why Monk does not play music in his gym, because sometimes he'll break out into dance.
We gotta use that, bro.
compulsive dance.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like he doesn't notice. One of his students will be like, "Are you tapping your foot?"
Yeah.
That's why there's like it's such a strict gym. There's a no phone policy. There's a no whatever because yeah.
Can't let little music notes slip.
Hello, my name is Melanie, and instead of playing Margaret Hollsman today, I'll be playing Big Lilith. Big Lilith is the fighter tiger in the flesh, beating out everybody with every step.
Yeah.
And Lilith's scholar lore today is that I invented the S tier list with Monk. to represent the combat tier list of who's the best and who is the worst at the gym.
Lilith invented the tier list?
That's cool.
That's like Flynn Taylor level of
Everyone's so innovative.
They must be related.
Dude.
Wait, I'm sorry.
I am your son.
All grand inventions can only come from one bloodline?
Yeah,
exactly.
That works.
Don't ask about what happened before Flynn Taylor was born.
The grand progenitor bloodline.
That's it.
Hello, I'm Josh, and I will be playing Swift Taylor,
Oh, that's right.
Swift Taylor.
who actually goes by Bert. He doesn't like to be called Swift.
Bert Taylor.
I like that, Bert.
Oh, dude, that's such a good one. I was going to say for Flynn Scholar that he invented the like up high, down low, too slow.
That's crazy.
I don't know if I want him to be, I want him to be like a loser.
Literally a nobody.
No, you could be like, I invented this thing, and then he finds out it's already been a thing.
He keeps trying to invent things that Flynn invented.
That are already invented.
Oh.
Dang,
I feel
bro.
like we can all relate.
Yeah, what are some of Bert's greatest hits? Actually, worst hits, I guess.
Well, he for some reason he finds himself very talented in the like musical department. Like he can play like any instrument he picks up, given like 10 minutes.
Ooh.
Anything.
Damn.
He doesn't even need to read music. Like he just listens to it. Boom.
That's
easy.
an actual superpower.
But then he tries to write songs, and every single one is already a song that he just somehow has not heard before.
that would suck.
Just every single one, every melody, every bridge,
Everything it comes up
every
with.
every chord. It's all been done.
He found it in his
every
grandpa's
time.
basement. Great grandpa's basement.
No, he doesn't even know he has a grandpa.
Oh,
he doesn't remember.
right.
He doesn't
His
know he has.
grandpa was immaculately conceived.
Because his great.
It's
yeah.
just like
Because he
it's
doesn't
like
know
the
he has a
Virgin
great
Mary.
grandpa. Yeah.
Jesus.
How's it going, everybody? My name is Michael DiStasi, and welcome back to another episode of Scholars and Dragons. Today, I will be playing not a brand new character. I'm going to be playing Huntress.
Huntress.
Wait.
For those of you that don't remember, Huntress is Margaret's roommate, or was Margaret's
Actually,
roommate.
Margaret is her roommate.
Whoa, that's
Damn.
crazy.
Damn.
First name Hunt, last name Riss.
Oh, that's two names.
Two name.
Huntress.
I thought it was going to be Hunt and
Riss.
Triss.
No,
Okay.
Is the middle name just T? Hunt?
no, it's a hyphen.
Huntress.
Oh,
Wait, hyphen. So it's
No, but it's the hyphen. It's spelled out hyphen.
wait,
Hunt
T
hyphen
hyphen
T
Riss?
hyphen Riss.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hunt
okay.
hyphen Riss.
Yeah.
But spelled. So
Spelled.
that's his full
Spelled.
name.
So
Yeah.
She's so
confused,
quirky.
bro.
Now that we got him past that, her scholar is that one time she was in Austin, Texas, and her dad bought her Red Dead Redemption. And when she first started playing, the only thing she did was skinning animals alive.
Oh my
Nice.
Gosh, that's not even an option in the game.
She did that for about 10 hours, not because she wanted to, but for love of the game.
Damn.
And eventually, her dad told her she needed to stop so she could play the actual game. And at that point, she broke her PS3.
And then she got really into anime.
And then she got really into anime.
Wait, on purpose?
Yeah, she was mad. She just wanted to skin animals.
That's a crazy little.
Her favorite animal is the buffalo because they are extinct.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Hello, my name is Garrett, and today I'll be playing Jack. And I originally had a scholar for my other character, Roland, about April Fools, because that's what I was told to do.
I'm sorry.
I'm just going to do it, but make it Jack's fault this time instead of Monk's fault.
You sound hurt. while you're
So
saying that.
basically, well, yeah. So as a April Fool's prank, Jack thought it'd be funny to like mess with the fights at a certain gym, and it just so happened to be Roland's gym, and he mixed him up with a different fighter that was like 3 weight classes
like he
above
swapped
him.
the people that were
Yeah.
going to be fighting. Oh, I see.
So he swapped him out with a fighter like 3 weight classes above him, and no one stopped the fight. And yeah, Roland lost that one pretty badly. 'Cause weight makes that big of a
That doesn't
difference.
sound like a prank. That sounds like assault.
Jack just takes it too far. He doesn't know when to stop. He doesn't know where the line is.
I like how nobody noticed. Like nobody was like, "Hey, this guy isn't supposed to be fighting this."
Not
guy.
even the guy who was fighting Roland noticed. He just was like, oh,
He just wanted the
skill
easy
issue.
win, and Roland's like, I got this. So yeah, that's what Jack did because he's a little shit.
Is it Jack CK or like Jax? What are you saying?
Jack.
JAK.
Yeah, just J-A-K.
Not X, J.
No, just J-A-K.
Jack.
Damn.
It's like you have to say it like that. You can't be like, "Oh, Jack." You have to go,
Jack.
"Oh yeah, Jack." Jack. And my name is Nate Dietz. I'm your Dean Master.
Sup, Dean?
Yeah. Ooh, a whole room of people.
It's always a whole room of people.
It's never
Hey, no, but
not.
this time I think everyone actually said it.
This
All
is the
at
first
once.
time I've ever said it.
Actually, I appreciate that.
Wow.
Delinquent student.
Brother.
Wait, you don't commit?
No.
No.
One of us has to be the
He committed
slacker.
too much with Weichel.
Yeah.
Had to tone it down.
Never
for
been
a
the
bit.
same.
As many of you may have noticed, not only do we have a guest, but this episode has come out on a particular day, and each of your other hosts here have not named their own characters in the intro. But characters that are related to the main characters. We've heard back from Monk and Lilith. We've heard from Jack, which is Gabriel's friend, and Huntress, which is one of
Roland's friend.
It's
Huh?
Jack is
No,
Roland's
Jack
friend.
is Gabriel's friend.
Jack is Gabriel's friend.
It's in the card scene.
From the card
Yeah.
scene.
Oh.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
get with it.
That's crazy.
We've heard from Huntress, which is Margaret is her roommate. And even a new Bert Swift Taylor, which is a descendant of the great.
Flynn Taylor.
Flynn Taylor.
Yeah, the great. Yeah. No, well, you don't have to say the great Flynn Taylor. You just say the great and everyone knows
the
who you're talking
great.
about.
Oh shit! I didn't know that. Well, not anymore.
And
No one
even
knows who that
a
is
new
anymore.
Agent Matthew Briggs. That is because today, on April Fool's, when this episode is coming out, we are shifting perspective. We are not following the main adventure party right now. We are moving to Earth. Our first check-in since the scholars left, but I still have my scholar. So my scholar is going to be about Dr. Octavius Hugo Fabian. Back when he was still an actual professor before this wild, wacky adventure started, he liked to do an April Fool's prank, and and this is like partially a true story for his students. The midterm, normally happens halfway through the typical semester, right before spring break, but he's like, what if I'm different and I push my midterm all the way until April 1st? So, they get extra time to study and whatever, but part of the fun of that is he can make his midterms whatever he wants. So every year, he just chooses a different letter and makes all the right answers the same letter. So when they
Wait,
get
stop, Stone. That happened to us. That happened to us.
Oh my god.
Like the exact same letter the whole
So
time.
on the
Yes.
Scantron, it's just A, all the way down.
That is pure evil.
Instead of a where we left off last time, I'm going to do a little bit of a recap on the last time we were on Earth, the last little glimpses of Earth that we saw. The main thing is the last thing we saw of Dr. Yeah,
What year was it?
doesn't matter. 20x something.
This
Sorry,
year,
20XX.
whatever year you listener are listening to this in, that's when it is.
That's the year.
This is a new art form. The timeline is always changing. So it
It
could
revolves
be,
around you.
It revolves around you, the dear listener. Anyway, last we saw of Earth, Dr. Octavius Hugo Fabian was taken under custody by Agent Woods and AARO. We saw that Aaron, Gabriel's friend, as he was trying to figure out what was going on with his best friend, why he was slowly losing the memories of his best friend, started a true crime podcast to investigate the disappearance of his friend and the disappearance of Dr. Fabian, and ended up uncovering the secret military base under Scholars University, and ended up impersonating Agent Woods, going under the campus into the secret government facility, and saw that they were experimenting on things like a
That
talking
was on
mushroom.
the campus.
This was underneath the college
I thought
campus.
this was in a lab.
It
It
was
is
a
a
lab
lab.
underneath
But
the
like-
college campus. And
Great.
he ended up getting shot by Agent Woods.
But he's alive in the Empire. So Forgotten Realms is like heaven, but like weird.
Who knows? And as a refresher, AARO stands for the All Domain Anomaly Resolution Office. Domain is hyphenated, so it's all hyphen. Domain. And then Anomaly is the next capital A, and then Resolution Office. And don't blame me for the naming of it, because that is actually a real government branch that you can look up right now. But this is a fictional version of it, so that we don't
Nice.
get sued or on some sort of
Oh
weird
my
blacklist or
God.
something. So we begin on Earth at Scholars University, and we move underground to the secret government base. We go into the director's office and see that sitting on a table is a plaque that says Director Agent Woods, which I know that doesn't completely make sense because he's a director and agent, but maybe his first name is Agent, and we don't know.
He was born for this.
He was literally born for this. And we see that he's sitting there, he's messing with a few files, an assistant comes up next to him. And
Assistant Woods. Sorry.
Assistant Woods.
Assistant Agent Woods.
Assistant Agent Woods, it's his daughter. Do you want to do this real quick?
Okay.
And then we hear a knock at the door, and an assistant walks into the room. Assistant Agent Woods.
Assistant Woods.
Assistant Woods Jr.
Hi, Daddy.
Okay, I was not.
Hi, Daddy.
Wait. Oh, I gotta talk. Oh, I haven't
Oh,
talked
that
like
means
this
I gotta
in a
talk
while.
like that, too.
Oh, okay.
Okay, ready? I'm gonna say hey, Daddy again. Hey, Daddy.
Hey, little assistant. Wait, that sounds.
I did not like that at all.
Hey, what was my Agent Woods voice? Hello, assistant. What brings you into the office today?
Hey, Daddy. Here's your coffee.
Thank you, daughter.
You're
Because
welcome.
I guess you're my daughter now. I can't. My voice is kind of weird until I have my morning coffee. You know how Daddy is.
I do. It's extra, extra hot, just how you like it.
Oh yeah, that's how I like it.
Wait. Okay, this is weird. This is really weird.
We're not painting a familial relationship.
Yeah, the fact
Okay.
that it's father-daughter is
I
making
will
this.
be
If it was
a hot assistant.
Who happens to be his daughter.
Okay, do we need to do this again, but not Daddy?
Yes, please.
This is so funny. Opens the door. Hey, agent. Here's your coffee.
Thank you, assistant.
Of course, I got it extra, extra hot, just how you like it.
Oh, perfect. That is just how I like. You know exactly how I am.
Yeah. I know your voice gets kind of weird until you get your coffee, so I
Yeah,
get it.
It does. It takes me a little bit in the morning to figure it out because I haven't talked like this in a while. Don't ask about that. Anyway,
I had a quick question.
for sure.
I've been thinking late at night, I've been having these dreams with tornadoes in my windows and praying for it to go away, and also just Slade Fate. I can't stop thinking about Slade Fate.
You don't have to worry about him anymore.
You don't have to worry about him.
You don't have to worry about him anymore. The survey case file is all wrapped up. It's packaged.
sure.
It's ready to go.
Okay.
The data has been refined.
Okay.
Fabian has given his stamp of approval as the new head of the Arcano Science Department. His final word is the final word.
Where is Hugo Fabian?
Just down the hall.
He's also getting his coffee.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, sister. Thank you, Mr. Agent Woody.
Doctor. I mean, wait.
Doctor.
Daddy.
Okay, doctor. And I exit the door.
I fully meant to say director.
Also, his name isn't Woody.
Hold on, assistant. Last thing.
Yeah.
Go ahead and call in Special Agent Briggs.
Will do, sir.
We follow the assistant out in the hallway back to the little assistant desk that is, you know, like how offices are. I don't know. I've never been in one.
You've never been in an office?
Well, like not an office that's big enough to have an assistant.
Like
Like,
with an
you
executive,
know what
fair.
I mean?
Yeah.
Like an executive.
Like an
room.
executive office, but like their assistant
Never
has
been in
their.
an office before.
And the assistant calls Special Agent Briggs.
Sound effects there. Hello, is this Mr. Agent Briggs?
This is him?
Agent Woody has invited Dr. Woody has invited you into his office.
Oh, okay. I'll be there in a minute.
Sounds good. Thank you, sir. Bye. I say bye after I hang up.
We move back through like the window that is like offices have windows, but like inside
I don't
windows,
know.
right?
We've
You know what I'm
never been
talking
in
about?
one.
Yeah.
This one does. And
So Agent Wood's like sitting at his desk,
yeah, working.
and then
on
you
stuff.
you hear he hears like his front door open and then shut. And as he looks up, he just sees the empty office. Kind of like turns next to him, and there's Agent Briggs, like just standing directly to the side of the desk next to him.
Oh
already.
my gosh. What? Why do you always gotta do that on me? You can sneak up like it's no tomorrow. Like a chicken in a hen house.
Sorry, it's force of habit.
I know it is.
What you calling me in here for?
Well, you know, we've got Dr. Fabian. He's in charge of things now, and he's real close to some big breakthrough. And, you know, I've got the senator up my neck, and the presidency is, you know, on the line here. I've got a lot of work to do, but
You say it's close to a breakthrough?
Dr. Fabian is close to a breakthrough.
Oh, that's perfect.
I know we've been friends for a long time, buddy, but your contract's not up yet.
Yeah, but as soon as it gets the breakthrough, it'll be done, right?
We'll see, but, you know, that is my end of the deal, and you know what I say. A Southern man is only as good as a word can throw him.
You're right. Everybody says that.
So why don't you head down the hall to Dr. Fabian and see what he has for you?
Yeah, of course. Right away. And he'll walk out the door and head down to his office.
So as we follow Special Agent Briggs down the hallway, we see that he's wearing. Do you want to describe what?
Oh, can I interrupt real quickly?
Yeah.
Okay, so the only senator we've heard about up to this point is Brock's dad.
Ooh.
Wow.
Good pull, Michael. So you can describe as you're walking.
So Agent Briggs, he's a very large man. He's very tall. He's definitely very well built. That's the main thing you see when you look at him. He's probably at least 7 feet tall.
Jesus.
I'm just putting that out there.
Can you give us a weight estimate?
Oh.
400.
Actually,
I'd say 400 pounds probably fits the bill pretty well.
400 pounds.
Yeah, 7 feet tall. This is a unit.
Dude,
I mean, yeah, no, it is.
massive.
He's a gorilla. He's got a decent amount of muscle on him too.
This guy
Just
plays
put
every sport known to man.
He's like
Exactly.
400 lean, bro.
As
So he has to get
it's
his
all
shoes
muscle.
like custom made because they just don't make them in his size.
It's,
Bro is casually the Hulk.
dude, it's the ground like quakes when he walks. It's
He's just kind of sulking down the hallway. He's not like, he has a big presence just from his size, but he's not like trying to exude energy. He's more kind of shrunken up.
Like his shoulders are kind of
he's like
his neck
he's like
is down.
definitely giving a more closed off energy. Like, I don't really want to talk to anyone.
As
that passes
Special
in the hall.
Agent walks by, a lot of people at like water coolers and whatever kind of look over, and you can just hear mutters of like, "Oh, the big guy's back."
Yeah, and he's not dressed like everybody else is either. Everybody's wearing like suit, ties, whatever you'd expect for this business professional environment. He is kind of just more or less wearing a trench coat, and it's all buttoned up in the front, just completely. And you can kind of see like his tie and such underneath it. And he's got a hat. He's taking it off inside. He's still holding it up, almost like cover his face.
Is he packing?
What do you mean?
Is there like a banana in his pants?
You know, is he packing? You know?
No, the trench coat cascades over his legs, so you can't see at the moment.
At the moment.
Wait,
everyone
are we
will
going to
have
get
their
to the moment?
I guess we'll see.
So you reach the end of the hallway, and there's a couple androids guarding a large mechanical door. They scan your face. You have to briefly put down that fedora. I'm assuming it's a fedora. I don't know why.
That's kinda what I was
Just
picturing
feels
too.
right, but like a really big fedora.
It's just like a sun
It's a
hat.
sombrero, sun hat sized fedora. And the androids scan your face. They open the vault door, and you're now in the science wing of Aero, AARO. You walk down into the head testing chamber where you see Dr. Fabian standing amongst many other scientists, whereas when we last saw him in the podcast, aside from the cold open, he was a prisoner. Now he is the leader of all of the science and magical studies at AARO. Right now in the middle of the room is a giant contraption, and sitting in the center of it with tons of test tubes and pneumatic chambers and everything is the Void Cube. Dr. Fabian, he's in the middle of doing a bunch of work, a bunch of calculations. He's working on different terminals and stuff like that, and he's going to work until you say something.
Fabian, they say you're close to a breakthrough.
Special Agent Briggs.
It's a pleasure to see you again. Pleasure to see you. And he sticks out his hand to give you a handshake.
Yeah, that kind of gave him like a timid, like almost like a weak handshake, just because you can tell him was like, I'm gonna break his arm if I do this wrong.
And he kind of does the thing where he grabs it and then he like puts his hand on your elbow to like really shake it. He's like,
I'm so happy that you came in. I was worried Director Agent Dr. Woody Woods was going to be the one to try and take this assignment, but I think you're the perfect one for the job. Now look over here. Follow me. Come on, follow me.
Okay.
Yes. So over here, as you can see, there's the Void Cube, and we have all these terminals hooked up to it. And as you can see, we have the seismograph readings and the cognitivium displacement vortex energy. You remember that, right? Cognitivium displacement vortex energy. Yes, we have the readings, and they're going off the charts. They're going off the charts, and we've been able to predict the energy spike before they happen. You understand this? There's going to be a spike of CDVE, but it hasn't happened yet. The thing is, you understand this? That the Void Cube here, it's a gate. You remember that? I told you this before.
Yeah, no, I get
The Void Cube is a gate, and a gate has two sides. There's our side, and there's their side. Their side is trying to open the door.
Oh, yeah.
The Forgotten Realms is trying to open the door to here, but we have to make sure we match the energy on our side to get to their side.
So the door's opening?
The door is opening. Your time is closed, Michael. Matthew.
Well, there's already too
That's
many
amazing
Michaels.
news, Doctor. So what do I need to do?
Here's the thing. I did an experiment, a groundbreaking experiment. You see, remember the all specs? I told you about those, the things I discovered. I did an experiment on these 4 college students, and I sent their totems into another world and used them as conduits for the all specs. But the thing is, they were going to be erased from history if they didn't go and get it themselves. But the problem is, I don't remember any of them because they are in the Forgotten Realms, so I don't know who they are. And I can't study them because I have no idea who they are. And it's a big problem. I'm a scientist and I have no, my data set is gone. I'm useless.
Okay,
I'm a
wait.
failure.
Doctor, remember our breathing exercises? Okay, we feel better now.
Thank you.
Okay, wait, pause. You want to throw in something where he's like, I have a bunch of dog collars in my house and I don't think I own a dog?
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
But I still have a dog cage. Why do I have a dog cage? And I have all these dog collars, and all of my clothes have dog hair, and I don't want to wash it because I get sad if I think about washing it and get rid of the smell. I want to smell my dog, but I don't know what a dog is anymore.
You don't?
I've tried so many animals.
I miss Hugo Fabian.
Yeah, I feel like I don't want to read into that too much. But what do you want from me?
Okay.
Dude, I don't know. I'm imagining like a camel in a dog leash, and he's pulling it along.
And he's like, this is not right. I don't know what it is.
Okay, yes, Agent Briggs. Okay, Special Agent Briggs, I'm sorry. You deserve your title. I shouldn't diminish you just to an agent. You're a Special Agent. Special Agent Briggs. Okay, yes, as you asked. What did you ask?
I asked what you want me to do.
Yes, very well, yes. Okay, so here's the problem. I have two things. One, I have been trying to open this gate to get to the other side, but I haven't had enough energy, and I haven't really understood why. So I invented this.
And he holds up a pocket watch that looks very similar to Flynn Taylor's pocket watch. Obviously, no one in this room would know that, like in the game, but as an audience, we know that now.
Cool.
And he's like, this can detect cognitivity vortex displacement energy, but I've oriented it towards the subjects that I put into the Forgotten Realms. And although I don't know who they are, this device here, this magical machine, is able to detect other individuals with similar energy readings. What I need you to do is I need you to go get these individuals that are somehow linked to the original subjects I put through. I have no idea who they are at all.
And these guys will get you the data you need to open the gate? Or?
Close, very close. They're going to come here, and because of their energy pull, and if I can get them together, then I can spike enough energy on our side, on the Earth side, and hopefully in 9 hours, when the Forgotten Realms side tries to open their side of the door, I can open our side of the door with the thing, and then I can use the connection of these new individuals that you're going to go get today to then link with the player characters. The original subjects, and create a link. I'm going to use the people you're going to get today as anchors. They're going to be these anchors that are going to sit here, and I don't know what to expect when we open the door, but I need my original data set. So it's kind of a 2 birds with 1 stone sort of thing, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. And my contract, it'll be up with it, right?
Well, what did Agent Dr. Woods say?
He said that when the job was done, I get the contracts done.
Then, buddy,
And he puts his hand up on your shoulder, like up on your like he has to raise his hand,
leaning down.
He tries. He has to get a step stool.
Yeah, he tries to. Then he he runs over, grabs a stool. He stands up. Then he puts his hand comforting on your shoulder, and you are
I'm
hunched over.
Definitely hunched over, looking like straight down on him.
And he's like, and then yes, you'll be able to go home, Special Agent Briggs.
That's all you needed to say.
Very well. Maybe narwhals. Okay.
Dr. Fabian goes back to his muttering, and he leaves, but he gives you the pocket watch, which basically just gives you a list of coordinates. There are 6 different coordinates listed out, and what we're going to do is have you roll a d6 to determine which person you're going to go to.
Ooh.
Which means pass the dice.
Yeah.
Pass the dice.
I'm just gonna
Pass the dice.
pass everything.
Whose is this?
Pass the
Melanie?
dice.
Where's my dice?
So yes, Harrison is going to be rolling 1d6 to determine what player character we go to first.
Who is 1 through 6? Should we
Start-
do Mike number?
Mic number? Oh yeah, we can do our mic number. So just so everyone knows, Stone is 1, Nate is 2, Michael is 3, Melanie is 4, Garrett is 5, Josh is 6.
That's not confusing at all.
Yeah, because that is not at all the order they are sitting in. Yeah. But okay. 6.
A 6,
That's
Josh. So we move up through the ground, and what would Special Agent Briggs' mode of transportation be?
Please be something
he
tiny.
Goes outside.
Wow.
Yeah.
He doesn't go underside?
So he walks out to the parking lot, and he's just walking out briskly, like just kind of looking around. And he sees what he's looking for. And he's like, right at the edge of the parking lot. And he walks up there, and there's a very nice convertible Corvette.
You could fit in that?
And he walks right past it into the grass, and he takes off his shoes and grabs them in his hand, and he just starts booking it.
So we cut to an aerial shot, like a drone shot, and it's like Captain America running. Like, you know how he's just abnormally faster than most people?
Yeah.
And we just see you like moving faster than the cars on the street.
This guy's probably got like a stride length of like 4 or 5 feet. So
I can if he hits someone, it's like bowling pins. It's
He just literally just kills him instantly.
He keeps going.
there's like you run past a park and there's a bunch of kids on like swing sets and stuff, and the gust of wind behind you just like knocks them off.
Dude, in the Arrow like parking lot, it is like beware Briggs crossing.
Briggs crossing. That's good. And you are running, and where would Swift Burt Taylor Burt be?
How old are we again? Are we all the same age?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, because I mean, I figured like since these are not the original
Monk
characters,
is
they could
not
be kind of
college.
different. Like Monk and Lilith are probably older.
What? I thought Lilith was a college student.
I always
She
imagined
can
her
be.
being.
I
like
imagine her
40.
being like.
Why are we?
I think I
She's
imagine her being
big
older
girl.
too.
Damn. Okay.
Not that big girls can't be in college, but like she's a grown woman.
Grown women could be in college.
I think Bert is in high school,
That would make
Well,
sense.
okay, that's
That
cool.
Like early high school.
like sophomore.
Yeah.
We see Special Agent Briggs brooking. Oh my gosh. We see Special Agent.
You got it.
See
You got it.
the big guy running really fast down the
Brooking.
street, and the camera tilts up, and we see the high school, Scholars High School.
Scholars High School.
And
I feel like Briggs should just crash through the wall.
he's not just like some, I mean,
That's
but he's
awesome.
it's like a government or like I don't think he'd be creating wanton
That's
destruction.
true. That's a good point.
That is funny.
He tried to stop, but he.
So you were running. Why don't you go ahead and do an athletics check to see if you bust inside of the wall or if you
Hey, yo.
don't?
Dude, that wall looking
What would my
nice.
modifier be?
+5.
I got 15 for a total of 20.
Okay,
Dirty
so
20.
Not 20.
Dirty 20. So you slide to a halt and then you just start walking casually, I guess, to the
Yeah.
front desk.
I'll just slide right in front of the door. They almost see like a risky business slide.
Yeah, like the
and
Flash
then
or something.
as like I'm walking up to the door, I'll just put my shoes down and I'll slip them back on. And
You
then
wearing
walk in.
socks?
Huh?
You wearing socks?
No, he's not.
No,
wearing
he's
socks.
gripping the ground with his
Okay.
toes.
Dude, whatever he was
Honestly,
wearing,
same.
it's got to be holes in them.
Yeah.
We see the most boring history class in existence in this Scholars High School. We turn and we see what?
History is so boring because no one remembers Flynn
Because
Taylor.
no one remembers any of
It
that.
would be the best
Perfect.
class.
Oh
Wait,
my
so
god.
easy to remember. You just write Flynn Taylor for
You wrote the Declaration.
Yeah, we look at the teacher and she's like, yeah, 10,000 years ago, there was nothing. There was no global culture. There was nothing interesting. It was just people living in fields, nothing cool or special. And then there's a knock at the door, and that's when the pink slip enters the room. I don't know if this is like a thing just in like America or just Texas or something. The pink slip, whenever I talk about that, it's like a student assistant from the front office who like maybe a parent calls and is like, hey, I'm about to pick up my kid early or something like that. So it's kind of like when you see that pink slip enter the room, it's like that could be my shot at getting out of here. That's my ticket to leaving this boring class and getting a half day at school. Is it just me? Like,
I mean, isn't it if you're getting out of school for the rest of the day, that'd probably mean something pretty bad has happened?
well, okay, it could be, but you never know. If
I think my dad took me out of school to watch the first Deadpool movie.
Yeah, it was stuff like
What?
that. Yeah.
That's crazy.
How old would you have been?
That'd be
Young. I was
like
way younger.
13 or something, right?
Because that first one was just straight up porn for the first half of the movie, bro.
Yeah.
I watched it when it first came out too.
Hey, let's go,
It was
Stone.
weird.
Why'd you say it like that?
So anyway, the pink slip enters the room and all eyes, all like 32 high school eyes, like lock into the pink slip as it makes its way across to the boring teacher.
Oh man, I wish I had one.
The boring teacher grabs it and it looks at it and goes, do you think she would probably use the legal name? They always do.
Sometimes
full name,
the
like
boring
middle name,
teachers
too?
would for sure, but
Yeah.
sometimes they use.
Swiftathan Bertaniel Taylor.
Me?
Birds in trouble.
Birds in trouble. Birds
What's wrong?
in trouble.
Me? Did I do something wrong?
I don't know. I think this is Agent Wood's mother. Like the way she's talking. I don't know. Here, take the slip. You know what to do.
Okay.
Go to the office.
Take
the
me with
office,
you.
like the
It says
princess.
you're leaving. Take your book bag with you.
Oh, we're leaving. Well, who's the note from?
It says classified.
Okay. Well, I'm not. All right. I guess I'll leave then.
Bye, Flynn. I'm gonna miss you. I'll see
Flynn?
you.
Oh my god.
Your parents probably got in a car crash.
I wouldn't put it past him. Anyway, guess I'll go find out.
Bye, Bert. I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Who are you?
Damn.
Dang.
She like hides her face like, oh,
Well, I mean, who are you? You've never said anything to me.
goodbye. She like gets up and just starts running in the bathroom.
He knows how to play hard to get.
And the teacher's like, where the fuck are you going?
That's the only thing he inherited is his like riz.
You get to the front office and Special Agent Briggs.
So Briggs is standing right in front of like the desk where the receptionist or whoever receiving people at the front of the school is. He's just standing right in front, just kind of watching. He's waiting for you. He's like, you're Mr. Taylor, right?
Yeah, that's me.
I need to speak to you in the office.
Did something happen? Is my family okay?
Just get in the office.
Okay. What do you want to talk about?
So I'm gonna like kind of beckon him towards the door to the nearby conference room.
And just to clarify, I'm assuming like you're probably like wearing your fedora but tilting your head down so your face is like unseen kind of thing.
Yeah. So like,
how many chins do you have?
Can't see him. Fedora's too big.
He's so like, he's definitely like really concealed. Like he's got the fedora on his head. He kind of tilts it forward so it's almost like just sitting above his eyes, and then he's got his collar on his trench coat up. So it's just trying to block himself.
Basically
as much
the
as
thing
possible.
when he goes out in public.
Yeah.
That was my first thought when you were like, he's a trench coat. I was like, it's a thing.
Oh, he kind of is just a thing. That's crazy.
But yeah, so he's gonna walk over and kind of like beckon towards the open conference room door.
Is there anyone else in there? Because I'm not really supposed to like talk to people I don't know.
The receptionist is right across.
Oh.
I would imagine that the receptionist desk is
There's
like
probably
right
like an
across
open
it. Like
window
they
or
could probably
something.
hear everything, or even like just be able to see through some window.
She's like, it's okay, sweetie. You can go in there.
Okay, Miss Dennis. All right.
Tell your daddy hi for me.
Okay. All right. All right. Let's go in the office.
So I'll sit down at the end of the conference room table. Like there's just the room kind of shakes for a second as I kind of plop in the chair.
If this was a lunch table and you'd sat on it, the other end would just go flying.
I'm like, take a seat.
Okay.
Wait, just to clarify, do you sit right next to him or at the opposite end of the conference
Opposite
table?
end.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
So it's like the Bruce Wayne table
Yeah.
situation going on here. Okay. It's like, listen, you have been selected.
What? Sorry. This table kind of. Should I move closer?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
Just stay there.
All right.
You've been randomly selected for a government internship.
But I'm only 15.
Well, yes, but your grades have been so spectacular, and we just really feel like all that you need is just some job experience, and all the colleges will be flying to come recruit you.
But I'm a B+ student.
We put all the students in the top 50% into a random raffle.
Top 50%.
Yeah, so it would just involve you come into our facilities and you get toured around and you just kind of be a lab assistant for a few weeks.
But I don't have a car.
You could just say, just run, bro.
I was going to say, like, oh, you're coming right now.
Oh, okay. I could take you right now.
You can't? What? Okay, I don't even know who you are. I mean, did my parents...
My manners, I'm so sorry. My name is Special Agent Matthew Briggs.
Special agent? Like from the FBI or the CIA? Or
I'm not at liberty to discuss that.
Oh, okay. Well, this all seems very sketchy, but I didn't really like the class I was in, so I'd rather just go with you.
Awesome.
So where's your car?
No car.
We're just going to end it there. Leave it ambiguous as to how you got. So somehow Bert gets to AARO, and then we'll go ahead and roll a die for the next thing.
Am I taking Bert to AARO and then going to the next person? Or can I just take
It's so funny. It
That's
adds
so
on.
Smart.
Like
what
the people
heck?
from the last scene going to the next scene. That's smart.
Just
That's funny.
stacking on top of you.
I like how we started with the high schooler.
What if he lands back on 6?
Reroll, I suppose.
Yeah,
Do we
Yeah.
want to
Yeah.
assume Monk and I will be in the same scene just for also efficiency?
Yeah.
I'm just at the gym.
That would make sense.
We're training.
Okay.
But like we're grunting.
5.
Let's go.
Oh, okay. So that is Jack. We see. I guess that means we would. Does Briggs just carry everywhere?
Yeah, I think you probably be swaddling him, kind of like.
Bert is small. Bert is like 5'2", scrawny.
So basically, proportionally a football to him.
It's like a baby.
All the pedestrians, they're just enemy linebackers, just plowing.
Harrison is mimicking like holding the ball as like a, I don't know, what would that be, a
Child?
quarterback that would be running
The quarterback wouldn't hold the ball that way. That'd be like a receiver or running back.
There you go. That, ladies and gentlemen, the first person on the podcast to play football. So where would Jack be?
Probably just gaming in his dorm.
Oh, he's a college student. That's right. I thought he was 8. Okay, so then we look over from Scholars High School to Scholars University. And I guess what is Briggs's approach to getting into that nasty college dorm? Gotta be nasty, bro.
Oh, it's
the name like
terrible.
Jack, but with it, not like normal Jack, not G, J, A. Wait, no, can it be G-A-K?
Jack.
Jack.
Yeah.
So Briggs is gonna look up at the dorm. He's like, you have to think for a second, and he's gonna kind of sit down. Bert. He's like,
Oh my.
sorry for, was that too bumpy
You didn't
ride?
even tell me. You just picked me up and ran. I got bugs in my mouth.
Well, that's why you're supposed to close it. I told you to close your mouth.
You okay.
Well, I might have forgotten to tell you that, but it should have been obvious.
I don't. How do you even do that?
Oh, Bert, why don't you roll, like, just kind of like back in time a tiny bit? Why don't you do a perception check to see how much of his face you see?
19.
Oh my goodness. I will say you get a glimpse because like the shadow of the fedora and stuff, you see a lot of hair. Like a lot of hair.
What the fuck?
What is, how about before we figure out how you get in, Briggs? What's Jack up to? You said you're gaming, but like, what's going on in there?
He's just gaming, yelling at the mic.
What game?
Red Dead Redemption.
I feel like he's a Mortal Kombat kind of guy.
Does he have any friends he's gaming with?
No.
Call of Duty.
No.
Oh,
He's gaming.
Mortal Kombat.
You know,
said?
Mortal
Fighter
Kombat.
game?
Fuck you. Uppercut. Left, right. BA. Uppercut.
Button mashers.
Can I be like a random roommate that, or like a girl that slept over
With who?
with his roommate?
You're not even considering the idea that your character had a girl over.
Jack ain't got
No. Like his roommate had a girl over.
Okay.
And you like, you don't know, and I just roll out of bed. Oh my god, can you please keep it down?
Who the fuck are you?
Still play game. Yeah.
I'm here with Breaky.
Breaky? What are the names in this world?
Breaky baddie.
Breaky fatty.
Breaky was breaking Betty last night.
Who's Breaky? Stone?
Oh, I figured Breaky was gone.
Breaky's still there.
I guess not.
That's Stone, by the way.
I'm trying to game right now. Could you shush?
Hey, and I'm gonna like get out of the big bed, but I'm gonna like fall out.
Finally
Acrobatics.
more room.
Oh my god.
To see if I land.
Dude, getting off of a top dorm bed is acrobatics.
It is.
Like when you
I
have
got
it
like
like
a 13.
okay, yeah, it's not very graceful, but you get down. That was just me every day. Oh wait, I didn't have it that high. That was me anytime I got on top of like Josh's or Garrett's bed.
Yeah,
For
whenever
some
you,
reason.
whenever you join me up there.
You were right there next to him. You don't remember?
I don't remember any of
I'm gonna
this.
crawl
couple
down
times.
and ungracefully crawl down. I'm in like a tank top and like booty shorts. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go get ready real quick.
Okay.
Garrett, by the way, anytime
Yes, and, I guess.
anytime Garrett speaks, he mimics a video game controller in his hand and he moves his hand side to side.
He's massive.
And it's not like he's actually pressing. He's just moving his thumb.
It's every
Like he's driving a fast car.
It's any movie from like 1990 to like 2015. Anytime there was a kid playing a game, they're like, yeah, just wiggle the controller around.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, I like the idea. So as this random girl, Betty or something, I was thinking, unless you had a different idea, Harrison, Bert is standing on your shoulders and he's like trying to knock on the window to the dorm room.
Did you climb it like King
we can
Kong?
do that. Okay, I can't reach that. He's on the second floor or third floor. I can't really tell. But I'm not quite tall enough. Can you just stand on my shoulders?
I hardly believe you're not tall enough, but
Wait, I think it's funny if like Biggs' arm is easily able to, but he's like, this is your first assignment of your.
It's a
the
test.
internship.
It's a test. I mean, I could.
okay.
But how would you ever learn that way?
You're right. I'm a B+ student. I mean, I'm pretty big stuff.
Okay, so he's gonna kind of like put his one arm down.
What,
and he's like, just climb on up.
You want me to climb you? You can't just lift me up on your shoulders.
How would you learn that way?
You can't keep getting away with that.
Dude, this is like David and Goliath. This is like a great duo.
Okay, all right. Can you like I don't know,
some kind of like athletics
lean
check?
back or something?
Yeah, we'll do an athletics check. Go ahead and add +3 because you're like small and he's big.
7.
It makes sense though.
Yeah, you slip and slam your face into a bike that's right next to you.
Oh, that's like in that one. What the fuck? A 7 is worth hitting your face on a bike.
I don't know, man.
Are you okay?
Oh. Why didn't you help me at all?
Oh, here you go. And I'm just gonna pick him up and hold him up to the window.
All right. Thanks.
So then this is as Betty, which is going to be Melanie's character.
All right.
What were you? You were trying to be like, oh, I'm going to go change. And then Jack just did not care.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming Bert can see through the window.
Yeah,
Like he's
Bert
like
can
kind of be
see-
held.
Bert
like,
can see Jack. His back is towards Betty. He's gaming on a monitor, and then behind him is like a sorority girl that's like just wearing an oversized T-shirt, being like, "Oh,
I was wearing a tank top and booty shorts.
or that." Yeah, yeah. There you go.
Dunk, dunk, dunk on the window.
Dunk, dunk, dunk.
You know how it
He's
is.
learning.
I'm learning.
Hey, Jack, go get that. You woke me up from my nap.
Yeah, shut up.
Where's Betty?
I don't know. She's your girl.
I was asleep.
That's your problem.
You know I like my sleepy time.
Well, tell your girl she can go. I don't know.
I'll go look for her. But you go get that door.
I don't think that was the door.
What? How could it not be the door? We're like on the 3rd floor.
Dunk, dunk, dunk.
I look at the window and there's just a child.
A child floating in the window.
I open window.
Oh, finally.
What's
Hey,
up with you?
Hey, are you
grab him?
It seems like Briggs could easily just hold Bert with one hand, and so like Jack could just see a massive hand come through the window.
Dude, Biggs is slowly going from like loner to like I'm getting sons. I'm being attacked.
Dude, imagine a college student be like, you know, I like my sleepy time.
That's actually so rude.
Are we actually doing the hand thing, or
are you grabbing me?
I don't. So I think I was kind of picturing it like my arms kind of reach the bottom of the windowsill when I'm stretching him fully up. So I can't quite grab him. I'm just holding Bert up, and so I'm like, Bert, you gotta grab him.
Right? Okay, I got him.
okay? So no.
What are you doing?
Briggs
I'm
is
sorry.
holding up Bert, who's a child, and Bert is holding his arms up and grabbed onto Jack's hands, and Jack is just standing in the window
With the controller.
With the controller.
I'm
still.
sorry for what's about to happen.
Briggs just goes backwards, and everyone goes flying.
Jack, come back. Where are you going? You can't just jump out the window.
I don't know.
the window slams behind him.
Okay, so
what was that?
I yanked them. What happens after I yank
Wait,
him
can
out?
I just be like, Reiki, what's all the noise?
Jack's gone.
Oh, perfect.
You know what that means?
Hey, you interrupted my game. I was winning.
I'm just gonna grab him off the ground and start running.
Close your mouth. Close your mouth.
Okay, this time I like this. Let's do a bug check. Roll a d20 for how many bugs you get in your face and mouth.
11.
11 bugs?
20. The ecosystem.
Now Briggs is just booking it through town again, following the pocket watch.
I love that he runs.
I feel like I'm imagining just each of them are being grabbed by like the scruff of their shirts now, in one in each hand. And I'm just gonna kind of hold Jack up to my face and just be like, "You've been drafted."
What?
We didn't even ask his name. Are you sure this is him?
I don't know how to fight.
You're Jack, right?
Yeah. What's it
Okay,
to
good.
you?
Well, I represent a government agency.
Are you kidnapping me?
No, I'm drafting you.
How is that different?
Drafting is backed by the law.
So you're legally kidnapping me?
No. How many times are you gonna make this distinction? The government has decided.
Can I get a lawyer?
What?
The fuck did you say?
Can I get a lawyer?
Can I get a Hoya?
Can I get a lawyer?
Hoya?
A lawyer.
A lawyer.
Can I get a Hoya?
You'll have to wait till you get your phone call.
Can I get that now?
No.
Okay.
I don't have a phone.
Aren't we running right now?
We are.
Yeah, you're running through the city.
Actively running, holding both of you.
I'm imagining you like holding our heads like palming basketballs.
Our bodies are just like dangling.
Your neck
physics. It's ragdoll physics. Your bodies are
take a turn a little too hard.
Your bodies are parallel to the ground. Like you're just moving so fast.
God.
Also, I just want to take the opportunity to describe the larger city. And as we're moving through, this is like a mid-sized city with like a few skyscrapers, and the campus is right in the center of it. And as we move around, you see basically the campus has the largest buildings. And as you go out from the campus, each building kind of gets a little smaller, like clearly the college town centered there. And then as you move out, it just kind of goes out into more of the rural areas of whatever state Scholars University is in. Why don't you go ahead and roll another D6? Actually,
should just do a D4. Like,
just do a D4. Yeah.
2.
2 is me.
Almost there, bro.
Y'all see that Briggs is booking it a little further from the university, but the opposite direction from the high school, and takes a turn on a familiar street to both of y'all. But Bert, how would you feel about going to a frat house as someone of your age?
He would have never wanted to. He would have like stayed away from it. They're just so noisy and like
rowdy,
so like unnecessarily stupid.
You are your great-great-father's great-grandson. So
is Jack in a frat?
And then what about Jack?
Jack's not in a frat, but he wants to be in a frat.
So
he
he
just never gets a bid.
No, he's like, I'm basically in a frat because all my friends are in a frat.
So we have one person that really wants to be there, one doesn't. And Briggs slides to a halt in front of a large mansion that has 3 mega letters on it, Alpha Chromosome Pi. And so you look down at the pocket watch, which I guess it'll just have the name now, and it says Kron.
That's what you didn't want to tell us.
Yeah.
Brother.
I'm just gonna open the door and see what's inside. And I'm gonna set both of you guys down next to me. I'm just like,
can I go in?
Oh, my neck.
Please, just let me see what's going on. Let me see what's going on inside.
Let me in.
Wait.
No, you kidnapped me. I get to do what I want.
I'm just gonna open the door.
I sneak in as well.
The front door, the front door is open. Why don't you do a stealth check, Jack?
1.
Oh my god.
I guess I just
I'm like squeezing like up against your body in the door, like trying to squeeze.
You just brush against me. Like I open the door and you brush against me. You're just walking like right in front of me, and I just grab you and move you back a few feet.
Rats.
And
Almost
you see a large foyer with 2 like grand arching stairways, and I mean it's basically just a rich kid mansion frat house.
Are there like people hanging out in there?
And yeah, there's probably some throughout. Like there's on the left, there's like a pool table room, and a bunch of them look up and they're really confused, but they don't get a chance because you see on the second story there's kind of a balcony there, and risky business style, you see Kron slide over. He goes, hey, big guy, I knew you were gonna come get me.
I'm gonna shut the door. I'm gonna shut the door. Be like, okay, boys, this is your first lesson.
I am a man.
This is your second lesson.
I'm a boy.
Okay.
Dudes, this is your second lesson and your first lesson.
Yeah.
Do not get attention drawn to yourself. See what he just called me out.
Hey, big guy.
I don't like that.
You're here for me,
So
right?
I'm just gonna snap his fingers, and then you guys just kind of hear a noise from inside. And you hear the fire alarm start going off. What? You're gonna cast minor illusion and make the sound of the fire alarms within the building.
That's crazy.
That's Gabriel's power,
How did you do that?
That's something you'll learn.
Oh.
How the fuck does he have minor illusion?
Oh.
Nate, what did you talk about behind the scenes?
Another drop in the bucket.
Yeah, it looks like
the
someone
mystery
has
of
it.
the episode.
So yeah, the fire alarm sound is blaring out inside the frat house.
So all the frat guys look up and they're like, whoa, and they're like, yeah, we don't care.
Dude, I like these guys.
Because I don't think any of them would.
So he's just gonna be waiting there.
Oh, we got the party started early today.
So I
Hey,
think
big man.
Briggs will just be waiting there. He's like, look a little smug. He's like, any second they'll be coming out. So as we're waiting and I realize it's not going to happen, I'm going to be like, okay, do either of you have any ideas?
Wait, are you inside or outside?
I'm right outside the door.
Oh, I thought you were inside. There's now an outdoor balcony that Kron is on to make that make sense.
I mean, I think that makes sense.
Okay, yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
why don't you get me on your shoulders again? We can do, the good old Jack thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Do you want to get up there too?
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's just a human ladder.
Totem pole.
A totem pole.
Wait, I'll get on Jack.
Okay, yeah. You get on Jack's shoulders.
Okay.
Okay, now Jack, climb up.
Are you guys coming to rescue me?
Wow, you're strong.
You're still just at my lower back now.
Garrett's mimicking climbing with his hands.
Okay. I'm at the top.
Okay. Is he like right next to Kron?
So yeah, then Kron looks straight into Bert's eyes and he's like, hey.
Hi, you're Kron, right?
That's me.
Okay, you want to hold my hands for a second?
Okay.
Okay, go.
Run. You're running with like all of us on top of you. We're like just like going back like in a
Wait, this is like a 20-foot tall stack of people or something?
We're like constantly flailing around. It's like one of those used car dealership like inflatable tube men, but it's us and you're just Briggs is constantly using his shoulders to keep us balanced on top of him as you're just booking it 30 miles an hour across town.
Wait a second. I'm gonna just like stop.
Wait, you stop.
I guess I would imagine like the tower of people just tilts forward, and I'm just gonna kind of like catch Kron. I don't know about the other two.
Big circle.
I was gonna say this is like the limo episode all over again.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, you can. We'll just say you catch all of us. Like it
Okay,
works
so
out very
you
well.
just land in my basket of arms. Wait,
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
You're just holding
Yeah,
your
you use my
arms
arm
out
basket.
like a basket.
and I set you guys down. You're Kron, right?
Yep. I feel
really
funny
gotta,
now.
I really gotta start making sure.
No,
about
I
that.
asked, remember?
Oh, okay, good.
How'd you know my name?
How did you know who I was?
Oh, because the memory magic told me.
Memory magic?
Yeah, I remembered you, but from the future. Yay.
You were in the future.
No, I was here. Actually, I was in the past. Just like a second ago, I was in the past. And now I'm in the past. But now, you see what I mean? Like, I move through time normally, but my memories don't.
Dude, you're dumb as fuck.
So I remembered you in the future. Just like
Interest-
I remembered that we're going to have to say goodbye. I'm going to miss you.
Do you guys, either of you guys know who this guy is?
I don't know, man.
You picked me up like 20 minutes ago, man. I can't help you.
You will. Bert, your wedding is so fun. It will be at
Wait,
least.
what?
Don't worry about it. Anyway,
Okay.
I don't remember everything, though.
One of you hop on my back. I'll carry the others.
Okay.
I called shotgun.
And whatever that is, we
Yeah.
go ahead and roll.
I don't like the implications of shotgun.
Whatever that is.
Go ahead and just roll a d20. If it's evens, it'll be the Monk and Lilith duo, and if it's odds, then it'll be Huntress.
2.
We see Briggs book it from the frat row and move all the way across town to the training gym. Do we have a name for the gym? I don't think we did.
No.
The
Monks.
training gym, Scholars Gym.
I like monks.
Monks.
Monks gym,
Monks.
yeah.
Oh, it's just called Monks,
It's
yeah.
called Monks. All right, everyone.
Spell
do
the
it.
U.
Everyone, do a bug check real quick.
Oh.
No, not you, Stone.
Sorry,
Not
I
you.
was like,
And
4.
14. Both of yours combined.
Bert keeps getting the bigger one.
Dude, protein.
And we pull up to Monks.
Okay, so I almost kind of want to do like this time I was really booking it and almost like a wind check to see if my hat stays on.
Oh, that would be good. Yeah, like you said, Briggs is running so fast that he slides to a halt because he knows he has to meet this deadline because tonight is the night the energy spike is going to happen. He's got to have all these people back at ARO. So you stop so quickly that the gust of wind behind you pushes forward. So I want you to do a dexterity check to try and grab your hat as it begins to blow off of your head. Okay, I don't know how to describe this. Like, obviously he just runs like crazy, but I feel like because he's so big, he'd be slow at dexterity stuff. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I feel
Yeah,
like
like it's like small movements, you know.
yeah, I would do a -3.
Okay. 4 minus 3 is 1.
Oh, a dirty 1.
Dirty
Ooh,
one.
a dirty 1. So the gust of wind blows behind you and the sun hat sized fedora flies forward and you begin immediately scrambling for it, trying to get it.
Yeah, I drop who I'm holding and kind of start skidding to a stop.
Whoa!
And like start trying to like grab the hat out of the air.
And as he's doing that, Bert, Kron, and Jack get a glimpse at Special Agent Briggs' face and head.
Yeah, you could definitely notice. First off, he has hair all over his head, not just like a beard. It's his face is hairy. And then you see he also got large teeth.
oh.
Like almost like small like tusks coming out of his bottom jaw.
And his eyes are smaller than normal and they're kind of sunken back in his head. He has an
They're just,
enlarged
like, black
forehead.
entirely. Yeah.
What the?
Yeah, it's all pupil, and you can't even see his ears because they're just kind of holes in the side of the head with a ton of hair around it. And so I guess you quickly grab the hat and you
Yeah,
put it
just
back on.
put it back on my head and face.
Oh, man, I knew you were hairy, but...
Damn, bro, you need to shave.
Rude. What the fuck?
Say nothing. I'm not hairy, okay?
It's okay, Mr. Briggs. We're best friends.
Yeah.
Are we at
Friends.
Monks right now?
Yeah, we're right outside Monks.
Friends?
I'm not allowed to go in there.
I like that. We turn and we look into the gym. Do y'all want to set up the scene?
Okay,
Monk
I
and
want
Lilith?
to incorporate the S tier list.
What do you think, Lilith? Johnny B? S?
Well, isn't Johnny B also forgotten technically?
Oh. Who is this Johnny B? He sounds cool. He sounds like he gets a lot of chicks.
I don't know. I don't remember him. When was the last time he came to this gym? Check the membership.
I don't know if I remember the membership because it's in my head. And I do not remember.
I missed Monk.
Me neither. What about, what's this guy's name? Crunkus?
Cron?
No, Crunkus.
Crunkus.
The crab man.
Crab? Oh, he's got large claws. Why am I turning British?
I think B tier is the way to go.
B tier. B plus.
B plus sounds great. Now, who is this random jackass with brown hair and gloves and kind of fine as hell?
And a motorcycle?
Yeah, in this all in the same picture.
I think he's weak.
He's an S tier for some
F tier.
Yes, I say we put him down any day, any minute, any hour, any day.
I don't know this reference, but I'm down.
Do you remember?
Oh my gosh,
It was when we met the friends.
I remember everything in my head.
So if that's the case, when was Johnny's B membership?
I don't know. That's why he must go in F tier.
You kind of slipped out of the monk voice.
My name is Monk.
It's just you talking.
Yeah. Do not diss Monk.
I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to.
Sorry, I was talking to myself. You know my experiences in my head.
I do, Monk. I understand. I'm gonna kneel down in front of him and kiss his hand. Monk, I understand.
Thank you.
I'm not into you, Monk. I'm gay.
I understand. I thought it was platonic.
What is platonic? Does that mean we have to fight now?
Us? You are not ready to fight Monk.
I'm gonna I'm gonna tickle him a little bit.
That's when the door opens and everyone walks in.
He's like, ooh.
Oh, stop that. New members. Are you guys here for our... I came up with this in my head.
Yeah, you did, Monk.
Are you here for our Zen, botanical, or temple special?
So I was kind of imagining that while they were talking in there,
Oh my god.
Briggs is just kind of upset about what happened with this hat. So he just tells you guys, he's like, you just go in there, tell them that you're representatives of the government and bring them outside.
I'm not going in there, man. I can't do it.
No, I remember you do.
What?
I remember that you do.
What?
What the fuck?
Well, remember, you are now a government employee. So if you do not go in, you will be court-martialed.
This is bullshit. Okay, fine. Okay,
I told you.
Just go in, tell them about the government program that they need to be, that they're a part of it, and then bring them outside.
Ready,
all
little
three
Bert?
of you.
We all have to go in?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, okay.
All right, let's
You first,
go. Follow the leader.
What to do?
And Kron opens the door and like marches in like he's one of the seven dwarves, stomps his foot on the ground and says, "Hey, you." He points at Monk. "Hey, you." Points at Lilith.
Me?
"This guy wants to talk to you," and he points at Jack.
Jack? You are not invited here. Why are you back?
Wait.
You are F tier.
I'm here on government behalf. You come with us. Yep.
Why would I ever leave my gym for the first time in 20 years to go with the likes of you?
I'm sorry. I apologize on his behalf. He wants you to come with me.
With you?
It's a very special occasion, I know.
Who the fuck are you?
I'm Bert.
He's Bert.
I'm Bert.
You're fucking short, aren't you, eh?
Okay, well, you didn't need to bring my height into this. How about you just come with us and you want to do some cool stuff?
Monk, we really gonna trust these three kids to take us out to wherever the fuck they're talking about?
I do not leave my gym, but you are welcome to go.
What is that? What is that? I'm pointing at
Special Agent Briggs.
Special Agent Briggs.
It's just imagine like glass doors, like a full glass front side, and he's just kind of standing there watching through the window,
Like creepily.
Like
I like the hand position he did.
Harrison is crossing his hands like a crone.
That's the guy that's going to take you out of here if I don't. So
Well, what if we don't want to?
You're gonna have to deal with that
Well, then
guy.
Fight me for it.
you really
He can
want to
fight
fight
you.
that
I
guy?
can't. I'm good.
That
Nope.
guy's double your height, triple your weight, and 4
You
times as
calling
smart.
me fat?
How about this? We will go with you if you fight.
If I
Bert
fight?
versus Jack. And if Jack wins, we don't leave because we don't like Jack.
Yeah, okay.
And maybe we'll move you up on the tier list.
Okay.
By one.
This is a good plan.
I feel like I was just listening from outside the door, and I'm gonna kind of walk in. I was like, wait, they're gonna fight?
What's big man? You don't intimidate me.
Well, that's not my goal. I want to know who's fight.
It's gonna be Bert and Jack.
And who will make it so you come with us?
Bert.
Okay.
Because we don't like Jack here. Hear that, Jack?
Yeah.
We don't like you.
He's got it.
Okay, Bert, you got this.
Yeah, of course. All right, Jack.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, you're ready. All right, I'm gonna punch you.
Okay.
The fight has not started until Mug says,
I'm sorry.
Wait, is that the cue now?
Yes, go!
Okay.
I'm on the ground.
So as this is happening,
I'm
I'm starting
tapping.
the fight. I want to just. That was a quick fight. Damn.
Yeah, just to clarify, Bert was very slowly moving his fist, and then Garrett was like waving his arms around, like, "Oh no!"
Dude, I had such a bad feeling when Special Agent Briggs was like, "So who needs to win this fight?" I thought he was just gonna
as the fight as he's like fight. And they're still like approaching each other to fight. Briggs was stepping up, about to do something, and then he already taps out, and he's like, "Oh, is that it?"
So yeah, we see Bert throw like a very slow punch, and then Jack just hits the floor.
Oh my god!
Completely
Like with force, dude. Like he throws himself back.
What was that?
That was a clean fight. That's what I'll say.
That was worse than F tier. That was like Z tier.
No, I one tapped him. He's done.
He's just such a good fighter.
I'm just amazing. I'm just amazing.
Yep.
Now you got to come with us.
What do you think, Lilith?
I think I need to fight Bert.
Fight Bert? I agree with this.
Wait. No. I mean, there's no need for that.
Fight!
Bert. Oh.
Wait, I need. Hold on, I'm tapping out. Hold on. Time out. Hey, big guy. Hey, I need a word.
Kind of got him over to a corner. Almost like put my body between him and everybody else.
So you create a new room.
Oh my god!
What is it?
Hey, I didn't sign up for this. This isn't my thing.
You didn't sign up at all, so.
No, I didn't. So why can't you just make him do that?
I didn't want you to come in here and fight. That
why
was
didn't
you guys.
you just come in? You should have just come in and grab him. We've been doing it for the past 3 people.
Okay, listen, to be honest, these guys look like they're really good at fighting, and it kind of scared me.
Okay, well, get it. Look at me.
Well,
I'm small.
Don't worry.
I'm imagining Bert is dating DeVito.
Don't worry, we got this. I've seen animals fight in the wild all the time.
Me, I've got this.
Well, we're gonna work together, okay? So you just try not to get hit, and then I'll come up with a distraction, and when that happens, you knock her out, okay?
I knock her out. Okay, so you want me to dodge the gigantic woman while you go around tiddly-fiddling with all your fingers in the other room.
What is all this talking? What? Stop talking, the two of you. Are you colluding?
Was that against the rules?
Yes. You cannot talk before a fight. That's crazy. I'll let it pass this once, since I like you.
You remember the plan.
And you're big.
There's hardly a plan.
Okay, he's ready to fight. Kron, Jack, you guys need to distract her as much as possible.
Okay.
You want to fight Big Lilith here? You think you have the strength?
Oh, not really.
Hey, Lilith, over here. Look at me.
Yeah, look over there.
What is this commotion?
Look at me.
What is going on?
Can't hit me.
Can I roll?
I have jingly keys. Jingle, jingle, jingle. They're distracting me a lot.
I was gonna wait for her to swing. I was just gonna reach out my hand and cast Prestidigitation.
He said it right. He said it right.
He's the only one who said it right.
And then just the most rancid smell is gonna just surround your face.
Dude, like Nate's egg farts.
Bruh.
Nate, are you okay?
That bro was from the soul.
Trying to make your swing, you just smell the worst possible thing.
You have the skill of Big Lilith. That means a lot. But you're also getting distracted, not actually because of jingling keys, because like, what are these two idiots doing over here?
Yeah.
And then you smell that. So just do a straight roll. I feel like that would all balance out. So just like do a straight
straight roll.
I got a nat 1.
The distraction worked.
All right, describe what happens.
So Lilith's about to throw her big punch, and all of a sudden, what are you two goons doing?
Jingle, jingle, jingle.
I'm gonna chase after you, Kron, but as I go, gonna slide out of the way.
And
I'm
then
gonna
you
face
smell
plant
the
into the wall, and then I'm like, oh,
Whoa.
go.
Lilith, get back in the fight! I cannot leave!
Take her down.
Bert runs up and just throws. Do you think it's like anything besides a weak punch?
No.
I thought it was like one of those body like slams, or like you
Oh,
run
did
into
you
them.
just throw your body into
I
her?
just jump into her sideways. I go horizontal.
That's very special.
Have you seen that video of like somebody running and then just like slamming the wall? Like,
exactly.
that's like what I am.
Yeah, that's exactly what
So I
that
like the idea that Bert slams into her, and then like Bert she doesn't even move. Like Bert just hits her and like falls down, but Lilith like slips and hits the ground first. So like technically you were the first down.
Dang, Monk, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna get down on the tier list.
Lilith, you know I've never left this gym. In 20 years. I used to have another champion, but I forgot. Okay, I forgot, and I chose you.
What if I can get government approval to give you $10,000 to upgrade your gym?
That's like nothing.
10,000? I've never seen even 100. I don't know how I even maintain this place. 10,000. I could build my own temple.
What is going on? Bro, I have no idea how the economy works.
Fine, but I need earplugs. I cannot listen to music.
I forgot about that. I was so confused.
If I hear one note slip out of someone,
Somehow they find a couple of earplugs, put them in Monk. Everyone's
Put
piled
them in Monk is crazy.
Everyone piles on top of Briggs like it's a clown car, but on the outside. We go to the last place. Where would Huntress be after all this time?
So here's the scene, okay? You guys come into the apartment where we originally met all of Margaret's roommates. And there's light coming in a room that has like Margaret's room, but the Margaret part is like scratched out and it says gamer room.
Dude. Agent Briggs, as you're running across town to go to Huntress's apartment, you know that at one point AARO actually completely confiscated the entire apartment, which I think was a cold open like early, like episode 4 or 5 or something, and completely confiscated the apartment, researched it and did everything, but they couldn't find anything, so they handed it back. But by then, Margaret was long forgotten, so Huntress is now just living there like a bachelor pad. Like I'm
No,
imagining
it's the 3 other roommates are still
the
there.
others are still there. Okay, and so you arrive and
Huntress is just in her room and you can kind of see a dark, like it's obviously no one is in like the main area and you can kind of see like a light shining from her room and she's like clearly talking to people, but you can't understand what she's saying. She's like,
So is this like a house? Or-
it's a door.
It's an apartment.
Wait, how am I seeing inside?
I figured it'd be easier to just cut ahead and like
You're
you're just
inside.
in the apartment
Oh, I'm
now.
just inside.
Yeah, everyone.
Yeah, so you
all
guys
of
are all
these people are
standing.
in the apartment now.
Hello, I'm Special Agent Briggs.
You gotta enter the room.
I'm already in the room.
They're in the apartment.
You're in the apartment. You gotta enter her like room.
That's such a D&D moment,
Where
dude.
the hell
That's
is
such a
he?
D&D
No,
moment.
no.
It's like, oh, you're not actually in the room. Like you gotta
Open the door, Harrison. Find out.
come on, play the game.
Have you ever played D&D before?
Gonna knock a bit on the door, but I guess since it's ajar already, it'll just swing open as I do so.
Oh, hold on, guys. Give me a second. Who are you? And we cut to Huntress, and she's just like very messy bedhead. Like she has ridiculously long hair. It's all like messy, and she's only wearing a large white tank top.
I'm Special Agent Briggs.
Hold on. Let me take my headset off. Loophole, Dog Iron, give me a second.
No way. Dude, that's a deep cut.
That
That's
is a
only
deep cut.
4 of us in the room, which is actually, I mean, that's a good amount of people. From
So-
a private D&D campaign.
I'm Special Agent Briggs. These are agents Kron, Jack,
Huntress.
Bart, and
Kron, you came back for me. I missed you so much.
And Kron pushes past Briggs and just like hugs. Were you kissing Kron?
Yeah, they were lovers at one point.
Oh, I remember that now. I remember
So
how we're
handsome.
never together again though.
What are you doing later?
I'm gonna be stuck somewhere.
I'm gonna
Stuck with
cast
me.
message to Kron.
Okay.
And I'll be like, tell them that they're invited, that you want them to come with us to the government, and that they'll be an agent too.
Okay. Message, for those of you who don't know, is a cantrip that you can basically telepathically send like a literally just a message to someone else's head. So Kron hears that, isn't phased at
all that someone is talking inside of his head. He's like, oh yeah, by the way, we can be stuck together. In fact, we will, because I remember we get stuck together. And so you're invited to come with us.
Oh, and are these your little friends? Who is this cutie? And I'm going to walk over to Bert and like,
I'm 15.
Shove his face. You're so short. I love it.
Okay, you're going to come with us?
Well, let me know if you grow up anytime soon.
Okay, give me a couple years.
Well, I was in the middle of playing some Red Dead, but what am I getting invited to? What's going on?
Oh, it's really fun. We're going to take a bunch of baths together.
Baths with you, Kron?
Yeah, he didn't tell me that. I remember it from the future.
Baths.
Oh, you always had such a way with words.
Yeah.
And shrooms, which is why I dated you.
Oh.
So you're gonna come with us?
Sure. Anywhere with Kron and little Bert.
Okay. So how are we gonna arrange ourselves here? We got a lot.
I can run.
I feel like you can carry a lot more weight than you've been carrying.
Kron goes on your back. I go on.
I could. It's not heavy. It's awkward. So how do we do
or
this?
we could just, get a car.
I can't fit in a car.
Wait, no, I like the idea that
you carry us and we're in the car.
That's what I was just about to say. It's like, it's not what you think. So they all cram into a car, but then you just pick up the car and so now you're running across town. You're holding a Honda Civic over
We
your
just
head.
steal a car?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did we get in?
It's not Huntress's cars?
It's not.
No, it's some random van they found on the street.
What is it when the government takes
Drafting. Impounding.
Yeah, they commandeer a vehicle, I guess. We go across town into the secret entrance to the secret government base under Scholars University.
It says right when you enter it, just as a sign, secret government base.
Be cool. You all rush down the hallway, and Dr. Feeman's like, oh, there you are. It's been a while. And okay, we only have a few minutes before the energy spike hits. Okay, all of you, you're all connected to them somehow, aren't you?
Connected to who?
What do you mean?
That's the exact point I'm making. Do any of you feel like you have people you can't remember? People that were close to you, but you don't know who they are?
I always remember.
Except for probably like one or two people, probably.
Never. Maybe once, but I remember that I
Mark,
forgot.
think about the people on the tier list.
I just got a nat 20 inside trick. I can tell you're lying. It's a deep disappointment to you.
What's a nat 20?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I mean, I remember my mom, my dad, my great-grandpa.
Keep going.
Grandpa.
Keep going.
My great-great-grandpa.
Aha! We
Wait,
found
no.
it. That's what I'm talking about, boys and girls and ladies. Everybody here.
Okay, come over here. I gotta hook you up. And he immediately starts like putting all sorts of like, not catheters.
Yes, catheters.
What are catheters?
They're a medical device that goes up the urethra.
Yeah.
You remember what?
I don't know. Okay, the sticky things they put on your head to like scan your brain, like
Yes.
stuff like that.
Electrodes,
they hook you
I
up.
think.
Electrodes. Yeah.
Semantics. Get on with it.
And then and they pull up a bunch of heavy duty metal chairs that they have you sit down in, and they link you up to the massive machine that is like the size of a room. I mean, it's like 20 feet by 20 feet by 20 foot cube that in the center of this large machine, this large chamber, is the void cube. And they immediately start running tests, and sirens start to go off to indicate that the other side is beginning to open the gate. And you start to see a shimmer in the room, and all of you, with all of these devices and needles and everything inside of you, you feel a certain amount of your energy start to flow into the cube. And Briggs, you're off to the side, I guess probably like with crossed fingers.
Yeah, I definitely have like crossed fingers, and they're kind of up, definitely still like scrunched down. I almost feel like a second like level to this place, like a balcony.
Oh, like a viewing deck.
Yeah, and my head's just up there anyway. Like I'm tall.
Oh,
enough
you know
to
what?
just
Yeah,
stand
there
next
would be
to it.
viewing rooms, kind of like in like the first Captain America movie when he's like going into his test.
Yeah, like
but
in
it's
the
like
OR.
the whole room is those, and you see all kinds of important individuals throughout the world, like CEOs, world leaders,
Brock's
and
dad.
you'll even notice the president is in the room as well. And you see this giant box start to shake and vibrate, and pulses of energy going out from the void cube, and all of you, the friends of the player characters, are slowly actually starting to remember Brock and Johnny B and Roland and Flynn. And then we see another wave of energy go up from the void cube, and it splits the room in half. It doesn't like destroy anything, but you start to see a shimmering come from the void cube, and you start to see another world in front of you. Kind of like you're viewing two realities laying on top of each other, and you can see in this other reality there is a box, a cube, just like the void cube, but this one, instead of being made of pure darkness, pure blackness, this one is made of pure light. It is a bright cube, and the two realities begin to settle on each other. And on the other side, you see it is a cobblestone room, like it's in some sort of medieval temple. And you can see on this side, there's, what would that be, 6
6 or 7 metal chairs with all the characters we just gathered, Kron and Monk and all these people. On the other side, there's just one chair. And in that chair, with a bunch of diodes and needles and whatever hooked up to it, is a small talking mushroom. And it is plugged into the white cube. Behind the talking mushroom, there's other scientists, and they're all dressed up kind of strangely in like more medieval garb, and they're all vampires. And you can see one very dominating female vampire, and you can see she has a name tag that says Dr. Acula on it. And everyone in the room is silent. They're all gasping as these two worlds are coming together. And then you see, coming from the shadows, almost like a viewing room on the other side in the other world, an individual begins to step forward, and they're wearing purely golden robes. And they walk forward and have a hood over their head, and they pull it back. And you see, in the Forgotten Realms, the face of Octavius Hugo Fabian, but he's old and he's decrepit, and he has his skin is not as plump. He doesn't have a beard, and you see that on his chest is an emblem, and it doesn't make any sense to you, but for some reason your connection with these other people you've forgotten, this magic of another world is flowing into you, and you can tell that that is the most powerful person in existence. That is the Emperor. And Mr. Briggs, your body trembles in fear when you see the Emperor standing on the other side of the room. And you look over to Dr. Fabian in Earthside, and Fabian is stone cold still. Normally his head is shaking side to side as he talks. He's like trembling like a tiny chihuahua in the cold rain. But this time Fabian is completely still, and all we hear him say is,
"Brother?"
And guys, what a crazy twist. They were brothers the whole time. Whoa. And also lovers the whole time. My name is Michael DiStasi. This has been a blast recording this, especially because Harrison is here. Yes. I've had a great time doing that. Yeah. It was a fun little exchange of pace. I liked it.
Yeah.
And Harrison, I don't know if you listen to these outros. Everyone should.
Yeah, of course I do.
Nice. Like a cool guy. But I usually tell a joke. And so would you like to guess this joke I'm going to tell you?
Yes, I'd love to hear the joke.
What's the difference between a wizard and a sorcerer?
Well, in D&D, wizards are more studious, while sorcerers are born with their powers, or like get them through some other freak accident.
Close. The answer is class.
Oh my god. Hey, what about, you said the Serby character after me, right?
I did say that. Thank you for bringing that back up, Harrison. I would have forgotten. Silly me. So I don't remember exactly what sparked this, but in Serby, our characters somehow get into a auction with outer world beings. Mm-hmm. And a week before, I was in a call with Harrison, or I was texting Harrison, and something about an auction character, like an auctioneer, came up. Harrison, do you remember this?
Not yet. Continue explaining it.
Well, no, that's it. And then so you were the person doing the auction.
Interesting.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Dude, the sound effects of that auction was fucking
and it's like,
tedious.
I wasn't doing an impression of you, but like the idea, I was like, this is a Harrison-based idea.
Do you remember which episode specifically?
Like 7, 8?
Definitely one of the
I was
later
thinking
ones.
it was 7.
It was the highest bidder is.
Yeah.
Hello, my name is Melanie, and today I play Big Lilith. If you are listening to this episode on your drive home from college or to college, I just want you to know, have a happy April Fool's Day. Prank every single person you know with good boundaries, because that's happened to me before. But anyways, I will see you guys in 2 weeks.
All right, my name is Josh. I played Bert today. I enjoyed doing a new voice for once. The fun fact for the day is that about 700 grapes go into a bottle of wine.
Damn.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
That is a lot.
Wait, did I just lie to you? It might have been
750 grapes, one for each milliliter.
Oh, no, I was right.
Sounds right.
700 grapes is like...
But I don't think that's like literally the grape is completely in there, right? Like
It's like the juice.
There's
Yeah,
like a
like just most of the
distilling process,
juices.
right? Yeah, so that kind of makes
Whatever,
sense.
they are
the average.
utilizing.
The more you know.
My name is Stone Art, and I played Monk. Thank you guys so much for listening. You guys can also check us out on Instagram, YouTube. Make sure to leave us a review and keep on that conversation with your friends about our podcast so that you can learn what happens next. Thank you guys, and see you in 2 weeks.
Hello, I'm Garrett. I played Jack, and have a good April Fools. Don't go overboard like Squidward does in that one episode of SpongeBob. Yeah.
I liked it. And my name is Nate Dietz. I was your Dean Master, and I had the joy and the pleasure to play Professor Hugo Fabian once again. It was so fun to just be his weird, unhinged self. And I just want to say, every time I say, go grab a friend to listen to the podcast, and like that kind of thing, you should really do it because, Harrison, you were that friend for me. Because I got you into other podcasts, and now we can talk about it.
Yeah.
And live in proof that now then you can go get that friend in your podcast one day.
It is truly a great experience to talk about podcasts with your friends. You should all definitely go out and do that.
But you're not allowed to take Harrison. He's ours.
He's ours.
And I was Harrison D. Well, I guess I still am Harrison D. But I played Special Agent Matthew Briggs. Guys, it was so much fun to be on here. Thank you for having me. It was such a great opportunity. Well, that's all for today, and thank you for listening to Scholars and Dragons.
April Fools! It was all a dream.
That's the word. Dude, that would suck.
Harrison, how are you enjoying recording so far? You know,
Very interesting. Yeah, I'm definitely enjoying it.
It's kind of a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Harrison, you should honestly be paying us right now.
To be.
Dude, you were like playing with your nails too. You're kind of like, yeah.
I was picking something in my teeth.
Okay, we're just, that good. We're elites here.
That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to.
We're better than you.
You're saying that this is something I never could have done on my own.
But you're gonna save some money.
Dude, this is the Easter egg.
That's crazy.